What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my studios. I appreciate y'all for coming out and supporting me and watching my videos as always. So we're going to be talking about Black Friday. And before we get into this video, I just want to give my overall thoughts on this before we get into this content. I think Black Friday is an absolute joke because it's usually known for a whole lot of people fighting in stores, try to get the last TV, gaming console, electronic, toy, clothing, food items, just to get ready for the holidays. Like, Black Friday used to be dangerous because ever since the pandemic started, they don't do that crap anymore, if you notice. But nowadays, we're seeing a bunch of fake deals in Targets, Walmarts, because they're just exposing these people. No, that's why I've always said that after Christmas specials online are better. They got better deals on there than to go on Black Friday and act a fool just to fight somebody to get the last TV or whatever. So shout outs to the comment section with Brett Cooper. Links to the original video will be down below.
I'm Brett Cooper. So obviously Thanksgiving was a couple of weeks ago.
Gobble, gobble.
It came and went. Black Friday happened. It also came and went. I personally opted out of Black Friday. I barely saw that any deals were going on. Part of that was probably because I'm still in Hungary. I don't know if they do Black Friday. I don't think they do because Thanksgiving is not a thing here, so I wasn't seeing any sales. But obviously, online shopping is where most Black Friday happens in recent years. So even there, I did not buy a thing. It did not seem worth the money. We're trying to buy a farm and I'm paying for a wedding this year. Everything costs $1 million. There was no reason for me to buy anything new on Black Friday. And based on what I saw on social media, I thought that a lot of Americans also chose to do the same. And there was a lot of discourse about the consumerist holiday over the last couple of weeks, and I think it is worth talking about today. Before we dive in, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you have not already,
Subscribe to the channel too, y'all, if you're
so that
watching.
you never miss a comment section or off the clock episode. Okay, so first of all, last week, I just saw all of these TikToks saying that Black Friday wasn't the same, comparing recent Black Fridays to Black Fridays of, 10 years ago, which is super funny. So we're going to start out with that
Black Fridays.
because it actually is comical, but it's going to bring us into the more important discussion about what this means for our economy. Okay, so there's a ton of videos like this, like talking about crazy Black Fridays 10 years ago.
Look at this mess.
It's just insane.
Hey, Mo!
I remember in high school, like, my friends would plan, like, stakeouts. Like, we would go to the mall in Glendale at the Americana. People would be, like...
Nah. Can't be me. My life is more important than to go in the store to bust somebody's nose open, to bust somebody's head open, just to get that last item. That's why I've always gone online for better deals. You can forget about Black Friday. My life is too important.
Outside of these stores, does that happen anymore? I don't think it does. People would get trampled.
Look at all them hyenas.
I wonder if the BLM riots squashed all of that because people were like, oh, that's kind of what we look like on Black Friday. Maybe we don't want to do that anymore. Now that's just
y'all created it.
BLM. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of. Anyway, somebody said, I loved how feral this was, TBH. Another person said, I vividly remember the first time I ever felt overstimulated. Now, even though there were a lot of videos like these and people were being nostalgic about almost being trampled, trying to get, 50% off of some Victoria's Secret bra, the majority of the videos about Black Friday that I saw from this year were people exposing Black Friday for not actually having any real sales. And consumers
I heard about
super
that.
pissed. So let's watch these.
Go! Get out! This is mine. You know where the bathroom is? Welcome to the store. Hey,
that sound effect, though.
Back up, baby. I need back up. 9:11:59. 12 o'clock.
What? It went up in price. You guys see that?
I'll give you a 20% on coupon.
What? Why would I use that?
That's even worse. Then you got to pay taxes for that.
That video is actually quite funny until you get to the end, and then you realize that's actually what happened over Black Friday this year. And people started realizing it. Somebody commented, though, and said, can we have a sale on groceries instead? I don't care about my flatware being discounted or not being discounted. I care about the fact that my eggs are like $8 freaking. Anyway, so this guy obviously made a skit about all of this,
$10 for
but
eggs?
the reason why he made that skit is because of videos like these that were exposing real Black Friday sales from this year.
So me and my sister are at Old Navy, and I was looking at these leggings, and I was like, oh, look, they're half off right now from $10. $9.99. But then I look at this one, and the tag before it, it says $5, and they put the $10 tag on top of it, meaning that they mark these up to $10.
Yeah, that's crazy,
to make
though.
it,
They always
quote,
do
unquote,
that.
$5. But in reality,
I mean, at least at Puma Mills, their price has always been cheap, especially if you don't have that kind of money. Like, if you want to buy yourself a pair of jeans, hoodies, t-shirts, or whatever, don't go for the ones that cost like $40. Go for the ones that's like $10, $20. You know what I'm saying? Go for those type of price. As long as you know what you're buying, that's good.
oh my God, Black Friday shopping.
But yeah, man,
And
this
Old
is
Navy
fake, bro.
was not the only one. Look at this.
Black Friday sale at Target. Let's see, $3.29.
Oh, wow.
Safe. Let's see what the deal was before. $3.29. Nice. So we're getting good sales over here. What
Nah,
about this one? $4.49.
the ones with the black
What is it
ties.
beforehand?
No, with the black stuff.
$4.49.
Look, whenever you see the Black Friday with the black logo, don't buy it. Because those are the fake price. They're just scamming people because they want your money. That's why I don't do Black Fridays. Never go to them.
So bad. It's literally just marketing. So in this case,
Call
it
me
wasn't like
cheap,
they
I
were
don't
jacking
care.
up
I'm
the
trying to
price
save my
then,
money.
discount it to make people excited. They just weren't even doing a new sale. They were just slapping a Black Friday name on it, hoping that people would come out and be like, "Oh my God, this is the sale of the season. We have to do it right now." No, it's the same sale. It's all marketing. It's all just hyper consumerism, trying to get everybody to get out of their houses and spend money they don't have because it's the best sale of the year. Newsflash, it's not. It was not. There was no point in buying any of that. Somebody commented and said, I waited so long for a sale on a new gen watch I needed. The Black Friday sale was the same price it was 3 months ago.
That's
estimate.
crazy.
So stores are either marking their prices up to then lower them for a sale, or they're just keeping it one price but using Black Friday marketing to entice people into buying. I mean, the whole thing is just pure trickery. It's kind of like when incognito mode lies to you and convinces you the year $6.99 bring it back down to $4.99 now. It's so ridiculous. Here's another example.
Hold that so I can peel this off, or peel it, or just peel it off.
We're assuming that there's another one underneath here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
There
could
you
have.
48.60.
That's asinine.
What is they doing?
What about this one?
No.
No,
I think
it's just
the
that.
baseline ones.
Dude, you should take
Oh,
it up there.
oh, that's Puma Mills.
48.60.
So apparently, guys, we can learn a lot
Uh-huh.
if we lift up the price tags, is what I'm learning. The chaos in this video of the frantic lifting of the tags, I think, is the most chaotic thing that happened in 2023's Black Friday. Since nobody was trampling, it was just a bunch of women going around and scraping off price tags at this rate. So obviously, a lot of people felt bamboozled, but some people actually had some interesting comments that were more insightful. Like this one girl said, Kohl's worker here, it's called a white ticket. It went clearance, didn't
White
sell,
ticket.
and now that it went back in season with the new stock that came in. Another person
Yeah,
said they
that's
were
crazy.
clearance during the summer. Now it's cold again. It isn't that complicated. And this makes more sense for articles of clothing, especially ones that are seasonal. But
Yeah.
it really didn't make anybody in the comments happier because they still felt like they were being lied to about, how big the Black Friday sales actually were. And obviously, in our current economic scene
No,
where
they're
everybody's
still
trying to
being
save
lied to
money, no
today.
one wants to feel like they're being scammed. And of course,
No,
people are also
they're
immediately
being
wagging
scammed,
their
bruh.
fingers and blaming
Like,
capitalism and
Don't put
corporate
in fake
greed.
prices. Try to make it seem like it's really it's a real Black Friday
Come on,
deal.
we have to be real.
It's a scam.
Is it really corporate greed, or could it also be inflation?
Corporate.
0% inflation.
I think the government is behind this, and I sure as hell believe that Joe Biden is behind this because there might be the reason why the Black Friday sales skyrocket because now I feel like you just try to scam people. Like, why do that when you can shop online for better deals for Christmas? Good idea. Use your brain. Save your money.
0%.
Somebody commented and said, part of this, though, is legit inflation. I worked to pay less in the early 2000s. Price changes happened every week. We had to remove old tags with new. Somebody else said it's because prices go up and they have to put on the new price. We
Then
did the
why
same thing
put
at
it
Gap
over the
Inc.
old-
They just didn't remove the old
Nah,
tag.
nah.
Nothing new. So maybe it's not Target and Kohl's and Old Navy scamming us. Maybe it's time to blame Joe Biden and all the politicians
Yeah,
that kept sending
I
all of
just
our
said
money
that.
overseas and decidedly did not rein in the printing of new money instead of just blaming Kohl's. Because I think that there is a larger issue.
You ever notice how Cardi B and all of the celebrities that voted for the left, now all of a sudden they're starting to regret voting for Joe Biden? Because he's literally the reason why this world is up in smoke. All of this woke nonsense. The Pride Month that happened in June with the parades, kids getting involved in all of this crap. Not only that is the reason why the gas prices be going up in smoke. And now all of a sudden you got these fake Black Friday deals in Target, KD's, what was it, Former Mills? I think it was one of the other stores got these fake Black Friday deals.
Even before all of these videos started going viral, people online just seemed less interested in participating in Black Friday this year. And there were a lot of people that
That's
were
why I don't do
celebrating
Black
this online.
Fridays.
Watch
There
this.
is no one here.
Nobody.
Think about this in comparison to the Victoria's Secret video we watched at the beginning.
Golly.
Right now it's 12:55. There ain't nobody here.
On Black Friday. And where is everybody?
Ain't nobody here.
Also took this.
That's to tell you, golly.
That's actually insane.
That should
Because I
tell
feel
you
like
something.
Best Buy is still where people would go because electronics are so expensive, so they would try to get any deal they can. But the fact that those parking lots were just completely empty is wild to me. Somebody said, I spent my Black Friday money on groceries, my light bill, my gas bill. Somebody else said, we will go out once they bring back the Black Friday deals. Yes, and once Americans actually have extra money to spend, because most people do not, because the economy is absolutely crap. But interestingly, despite seeing all of these videos and seeing people complaining online and saying, I cannot afford this, even me being like, I don't want to spend this money, it just seems ridiculous right now. Despite all
I
of
don't
that,
either.
Black Friday still had record sales in 2023. Listen to this. Black Friday online sales hit a record $9.7 billion across the US, up 7.5% versus last year, according to a report by Adobe Analytics. In-person sales saw a minor 1% uptick, but still an uptick, still an increase in growth, as well as the rising prices and consumer frustration about Black Friday sale prices being similar to regular day sale prices. And so much of this online traffic was purely driven by Amazon. The article said Amazon reaped the benefits of the online sales wave on Black Friday, and their last mile delivery and tech vice president told CNBC that this year was the company's highest sales with most items sold on Black Friday in their entire history. And she pointed out that Amazon averaged 1,000 items sold per second.
Woo!
1,000 items sold per second. And then the article made a very good and insightful point that kind of ties all of this back to the economy and everything that we've been talking about. And they said that the rise in sales during these days doesn't necessarily indicate a booming economy. The expert told CNBC that customers are very strategic in trying to maximize their purchases on these marquee days. So obviously they're waiting until there's going to be big sales so that they can spend their money then, hoping to save a couple of bucks. Which makes me sad for consumers that were genuinely trying to do a good thing now that we know that these sales weren't actually real and that a lot of these companies were just trying to hike up their prices or make this a whole marketing ploy. But guys, what's even worse, and this does kind of go back to American consumers, is that a lot of these Americans funded these big Black Friday purchases by using buy now, pay later options. So they are going into debt over Black Friday.
Yeah,
the number of people choosing that buy
either.
now, pay later option went up 47% this year. 47%. Like, that should be a glaring red flag for our economy. So yes, just because there were new record sale numbers does not mean that Joe Byron's economy is flourishing. Just because everybody showed up for Black Friday does not mean that we all have tons of money to spend. It means that people were trying to be strategic and save their money because they do not have any to spend. It means that people are desperately trying to save their money and that they are going into debt at record speed, much like our own country.
That's not good, bro. And this is why I've always said, man, look, online deals after Christmas sales, all that better. Always saving your money no matter what. Because if you're willing to spend all of that money on these fake Black Friday deals, then you're pretty much in trouble and in debt. So my advice to anybody that is thinking about going shopping for Christmas, you better wait for like it dies down. Because like I said, after Christmas is better that way. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to Brett Cooper in the comment section. Link to the original video will be down below. So I'm gonna holler at y'all.